Now, today's topic is pretty simple, but it's much more complex. And so in Khmer, right? In Khmer literature and arts and all those type of stuff, we have proverbs. Proverbs are basically like a motto or a quote, or like sometimes it can be a riddle for you to understand and compare and contrast. Now, I've made myself a really nice proverb, and it goes this way. Brain without money is like an insect with no wings. Money without brain is like thought with no action. What do I mean? So now I'm gonna break it down for you one by one. So first of all, brain without money. Brain without money basically refers to you being an intellectual, right? You having great abilities, but you have low capabilities. What does that mean? What is low capability? Low capability means that you are not financially equipped to excel. So basically, you have to work harder. On the other hand, you have money without brain. Money without brain means that you are financially equipped, but you are not the most intelligent person in the room. And by that sense, you are sort of like a supporter. And on the other hand, you have the doer, right? Now, these two elements, they're very crucial. They cannot live without one on the other. They need one another because they have one without the other. And the same thing goes in life. We have a lot of people out here who have the brains, but don't have the money. They lack the finance, the money, the economy to excel in life. Other people, however, they have the money, but they don't have the brain. They're not really the smartest person in the room. Well, what can they do? They can support financially. They can make your dream come true by investing. That's the general scope of what the term means. And if you compare and contrast it to real life. Now, the second phrase. An insect with no wings and thought with no action. An insect with no wings means that it's not even an insect anymore, right? Bees can fly because it's in their nature to fly. That's one. Number two, they use their flight to find food, to mate, to do all this other stuff necessary for their survival. Now, an insect with no wings means that it still be an insect, but it doesn't have the ability to fly. So it's more like an ant. So it can crawl around and all those type of stuff. And thought with no action. Thought with no action means that you have the idea, but you don't execute. That is thought with no action. Now, why do I say what I say? The thing is that I want to make clear today is you will have one thing without the other. And why is it that you have one thing without the other? It's because we're made to be like that so that we can use the things that we have to create the things that we don't have. So it is sort of like an endless loop chain where you know what you want and you get what you have to find or create the things that you want. And you keep on doing it, right? You keep on doing it. So it's like you have stones and you make a house out of stones, and then you continue to create tools with stones, and then you create other things like monuments and statues with stones. So it all starts with what you have. What do you have? You have stones. You have stones. You have your idea on how to sculpt the stones. And what do you want? You want sculptures. You want statues. You want monuments, you want house, you want terrace, you want all those type of stuff, furniture, all that, tools. It all starts with what you have. You use what you have to create the things that you don't have. And that's a simple concept in life. So like us, we have, for me, I want fame, right? Just like any other human being. I want fame, I want money, I want power. But what do I have? Well, I'm not really the smartest person in the room, but I can excel. I know what I can do, and I use what I can do to get the things I want. And it takes time. Just like anything else, it takes time. And I just gotta wait on my chances to get what I want. So it's pretty simple. And here's the thing, exception. This is their exception. What if people have two of those things? Well, if people have two of those things, they still need one of them. They still need one of them. As in terms of labor or assistance or other sorts. But what I want to make clear today is all of that creates an endless loop chain for you to find and receive. And so you keep on finding it and receiving, find and receive. So it gives you purpose. It gives you purpose in life. It makes your life meaningful. It gives you motivation to wake up in the morning, right? It gives you hope for tomorrow. That's what it is. So this concept is what gives us human the drive, to become great, to become successful, to have this, to have that, to excel, to be the best version of themselves, to make your families proud. So it's all that, right? It's all that. And one should not overlook the other too. Because you have to understand there are like many forms of power. But you have, when you're born, you have each one, just one among the many forms of power. And you use that one to create the rest. So you hear tales of people coming from a low income family and then suddenly, made a paycheck for themselves. So that's how it works. You use what you have to create the things that you don't have. Pretty simple concept. It's what I have for you today. Short and simple.